Show me your news. All right, Ben, let's talk about the sports.
Love sports. Love ESPN, the sports network.
Entertainment and sports programming network.
Is that what the P is? Okay, I was going to say.
Entertainment and sports programming network.
I was going to say if the P was like part of the word sports.
Some people do that with their acronyms.
I'm going to call them. Yeah, ESPN2 a while back, and this is a little bit old news, but it's still a wonderful story that I love. ESPN2 broadcasted Blizzard's tournament for Heroes of the Storm that they call Heroes of the Dorm, which was a very interesting thing that happened, where their game is currently in a closed beta, where you have to have a password or whatever, and then it's free. Like, it's going to be, I believe, a free game?
Probably.
I think so.
To compete with League of Legends in that MOBA space and Dota as well, you kind of have to be.
And the way it'll make a lot of money is through stim packs, skins, new characters, because there's a huge cast. They had this thing back in March where it was like, join in on the closed beta, start training, build up a team, start entering ranked matches, which you can't do until you're like level 30, which takes forever to get to. I'm still on like 22. And then, we'll pick like some of the best teams out there, and we're going to bring them to a legitimate, huge budget tournament. And that's what Heroes of the Dorm was. And they broadcasted that on ESPN2, and people weren't happy. I mean, a lot of people were happy, but a lot of people were not happy.
Before we get to that, though, you're the one who plays Heroes of the Storm out of all of us.
Yeah.
I think you're the only one who plays MOBAs as a whole. So, for those that don't play it, what is the general gameplay of Heroes of the Storm like? What are the ideas behind it? What are you trying to do?
I haven't played a whole lot of MOBAs, but I've tried out a lot of them, and this one, Blizzard doesn't like to call it a MOBA, because that's just how Blizzard is. They call it a hero brawler, but it is, it really is. It's a small team versus another small team playing powerful characters that just kind of try to destroy the other team's base. In this one, I'm not sure what the end goal is for others. But yeah, in this, you start on one end of a map, and you want to destroy the core of their base at the other end. And you have to go through a lot of forts and keeps and cannon towers, and of course the enemy team, and these little minions that will spawn at intervals to go down the lanes. And lanes are the 2 to 3 paths that connect the bases.
Okay.
And so it's basically just like you got to push against the other team. You got to make sure you have enough people in each lane to defend. You can't let your teammates get overpowered if suddenly, oh shoot, the whole team just showed up in your solo lane. It's just a lot of back and forth action, and it's a lot of fun. The real power that comes from Heroes of the Storm is that Blizzard has all of their franchises represented. They've got characters from the Diablo series, characters from the StarCraft series, characters from Warcraft. I believe there's some original characters mixed in there, but they're just a lot of fun. It's really fun. I like it.
So then the internet happened.
The internet happened. When it was being broadcasted, I found out through Curbachew and went and turned it on for a moment to watch a bit. And then I went to Twitter and searched for ESPN and the word stupid. And I just read so many wonderful tweets. There was a lot of tweets on both sides. People saying, this is awesome. This is what they need to be doing. This is the pinnacle of athletic competition, as one says. And then there were some people that were just kind of amazed, not exactly mad, and calling it World of Warcraft.
You didn't tell me about those ones.
I saw it called a lot of different things. I saw Dota, I saw League of Legends, I think someone called it Hearthstone at some point.
We saw some Leroy Jenkins references up in there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there was this woman, Michelle Beadle, who is an ESPN analyst.
Yes.
And she had she turned it on and she had no idea what it was, but she got sucked in and started tweeting some commentary.
Now she's great. She's one of the broadcasters who during the Mayweather-Pacquiao big old boxing match, because she criticized Floyd Mayweather and his domestic abuse past, that his people barred her from covering the fight. So she's legit. She's great.
Nice. She had a couple tweets of, I'm loving the cautious approach by both teams. A lot of twirling and shooting and stuff. The mines can prove disastrous. Because you can quickly pick up on like what's supposed to happen. It's a lot of fun. She said the announcers were really great. I didn't watch a whole lot of it, but I'm told, I think Day 9 was one of the announcers, and he is someone that I follow a bit through the professional StarCraft world. He played 1 and 2 a lot professionally. But yeah, it was just this very weird experience of people being very upset of nerd shit on their ESPN2, and others being like, finally, just please put more of this.
As someone who crosses over to both realms, if you will, of both sports and video games, to the people who are all about the sports and talking shit about it, it's Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. What are you doing watching ESPN2?
There's nothing on.
There is nothing on. So what are you really expecting? Like one of these tweets that's, calling it out is like, I want to see slam dunks and stuff. Like, what are you talking about?
You go to YouTube.
Yeah.
You search slam dunk compilation.
Yeah.
And put on some music.
That's really all you got to do. So it's just really interesting to see. Now, it's important to mention there was a Dota 2 tournament on last year, and I think it was a similar kind of story where people reacted like this.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
My point, I think, overall is I think eSports is the wrong thing to call game events like this. It's professional gaming, professional video games, competitive video games, whatever you want to call it. You're gonna get people knocking it. But to try to borrow the sports moniker, you can, borrow the different commentators and all of these certain things. It's fine to do all of that, but to put the word sports in there, because then you're also going to get people like, saying like, oh, it's the pinnacle of athletic competition. Like, they're playing games. It takes a whole lot of skill. That you can't deny, but it's not really a sport, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And so then you open it up to certain things, like when you have sports commentators, like one Colin Coward, who is not going to embrace change and basically say, if they're going to call on me at ESPN to cover this stuff, that's when I quit.
Good.
I saw a video that was basically somebody pointing out, like, yeah, cool, you didn't seem to have a problem with it when they called on you to cover some big Madden tournament.
Right.
Or to help promote the latest Madden game.
Because they've definitely done that too.
Because, I guess you got paid for those. Those are the difference. Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think they have to call it sports to oh, it's eSports, so of course we can show it on ESPN.
I suppose.
Like,
but at the same time, I don't think ESPN is the right place for it. What are you exactly necessarily gaining to have, these games like Heroes of the Storm and like League of Legends? Mm-hmm. What are you gaining having it on network American television, which, let's be honest, is a dying medium?
For the most part.
Have it on Twitch. Twitch is where it booms.
I think Twitch could honestly start making plans to make like a step of their own network.
Yeah.
On TV. Like when you go to the homepage of Twitch and there's just always that one chosen stream that's going on. Mm-hmm. They could make it something like that. They could even take the ESPN route and have multiple channels. Or they could partner with ESPN and make like a fourth ESPN channel, but don't call it 4. Well, yeah, call it like ESPN G4 or something.
That works.
Or just sponsor Twitch. Literally just give some money to Twitch for some of this stuff.
Rachel, this has to be interesting seeing like the American television market kind of just be up in a frenzy, but what do you make of the people reacting like video games on the TV?
I don't watch TV. Very simple question. I think that it's dumb, really, for people to just react like, oh, why have we got video games on the TV? Ugh. This doesn't belong on my channel. Guess what? Turn over the fucking channel somewhere else, dumbass.
Yeah.
Because video games are like, oh, they need to be for everyone, and everyone should enjoy the games equally, and all that sort of thing. Because it used to be just for, hardcore gamers, and it was, very, very intense, and it was difficult to play games back in the day. And now it's like, oh, let's make it a lot easier. Not all games. They obviously haven't done that with every single game. But, if they're gonna make gaming and everything more acceptable for, like, the whole family, or, a lot more people than just the hardcore gamers, it's gonna end up on TV. Fucking deal with it.
Mm-hmm. If I may make one final point about all of this, all of the people who are poo-pooing the games on ESPN and all that stuff, knocking the nerd culture, all of this kind of thing, this is exactly how you sound like when the Super Bowl or some other big sporting event, the World Cup, when that all rolls around and you do the whole sports ball. Same thing. Don't need it. Don't do it.
There's no difference between the two. There really isn't. I say sports ball, but that's just to piss people off. I know what I'm doing.
Well, I mean, exactly. But, a lot of these people who are saying it just because that's really the way they feel, it's really the same thing.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like when I say hand egg?
No, not really. Because, at least you're not mocking the whole idea of sports. Like, these are the people who just have never understood sports, and they're just going to, discard it entirely. Just like people who don't understand video games, and they're going to discard it entirely. The whole hand egg thing, it's the soccer, football, and, calling American football for what it really is. Like, that's different.
It's a hand egg.
I just like to see how many different synonyms we can come up with for like sports ball, goals, points. And just
do the points.
Yeah, I just love seeing the combinations.
Yeah.
It's fun. So if you want to air your thoughts on what happened on ESPN2, or if you want to tell us to just go back into the basement like Colin Cowherd did, jump off a cliff for that one. But let us know in the comments. And if you play Heroes, please let me know. We need more people.
Show me your news.